Alright guys, we're round baling. This is a rental property, my neighbor's property. We used to do it on shares, now I just pay him for the hay. He does a little bit of the hay himself. He's got a few cows, so now we just pay him outright for the hay and get what we get. We already baled quite a bit of it, just got this top part up here that we got mowed. Mowed it on Thursday, July 18th. Today is Sunday, the 21st. Had to take the kids to the doctor on Friday. We didn't get a chance to mow anymore. Did a little family trip this weekend. Went to Titusville, rode the train through the valley that changed the world. That's kind of neat. And so we're over here baling. Had a little trouble with the rake this morning. Hydraulic cylinder on the rake broke. Well, it didn't break, but it came unthreaded, and I didn't know it. Probably did it the other day, and it boogered up the threads. So, had to change out the cylinder on that, and then I started raking. My neighbor helped me. He actually helped me fix the rake, or put it back together, and he said, well, I'll bail a little while for you. So he bailed a little while. He made 17 bales for me, so that was good, and gave me a chance to finish up raking. So I finished up this part below me to my left, and then I baled the part out behind me, right above his house, and I got this part left. So right here, I'm getting ready to get up on the steep part. This is this field, this side of this field, and then there's the other side over there. There's two spots that are just steep. I don't know if the camera does it justice, and of course this one's got a big hole right there. Of course I lost my drone controller down there. Big hole right in the middle of the hill. So it's like you get up on the hill, of course you got a bale, get up on the hill, and it's like you just get comfortable. I was thinking about that earlier. You just get comfortable going across the hill, and then you hit that bump, and it's like, whoa. I was okay with the hill till I hit that bump, you know. This bale's probably going to roll. I don't know how far, but we'll see. Oh yeah, it's going to roll all the way across the field probably. Just can't win over here. You can, I've done it every which way. You could take half an hour to set that bale and think you got it where it's not going to roll, and it rolls across the field like that. You could take no time at all, just drop it out, and it's going to roll, and it'll sit right there. Now this baler has the thing on the back. It's supposed to be the bale ejector, and it's just supposed to get the bale, you know, away from the baler. And sometimes it seems like it rolls real far, and other times it doesn't hardly roll at all. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I know some balers, I think, have an arm that comes out. Lost the drone on that too. I don't know where's the drone at. I'm going to take a minute to look for the drone here. The drone lost us when we backed up, must be. See if we can get the drone to pick us up again. Come on. Drone's like looking right at us, but won't pick up the tractor. We'll try to get the drone to stay with us again. Anyway, So you can spend a lot of time dropping bales out. They stay where they want and they roll if they want. Some balers have the arm. I think maybe John Deere I've seen where they have an arm that kind of goes up and the bale kind of rolls and hits the arm and it kind of stops it. I think I've seen that in John Deere. Anyway, this, I mean, you're on a side hill over here like these fields. You're asking a lot to ask that bale to stay where you put it, you know. Drone got a little too close to the trees. I'm gonna bring it out here and reset it one more time. So you're trying to pick the drone settings. So what I've noticed is the drone can do different things. It can do active track and point of interest and all this stuff, and you can do manual and stuff too. Well, I can't do manual while I'm driving tractor, but the problem with active track is it kind of goes around and does its own thing, but you get really cool shots. But the problem with that is that problem with that is that it goes out, and if you're on field like there, right there, over there, there's the drone right there. It got too close to the trees, and the trees messed it up, which is fine. You know, I mean, you're flying close to trees, you're flying close to trees. So then the problem is then, it just messes it up. Now I can't even get it to lock on the tractor again. I don't know why that does that. So then it messes it up. It got too close to trees. Now it won't lock on the tractor, which is annoying. I sit here and wait for the drone to decide to recognize the tractor as a vehicle. And I don't know why it does this. I don't understand, like, why. It like picks it up and then 1 second later it doesn't. And it's super annoying. And you're looking, like, I don't know what it identifies a vehicle as. Let me try it one more time here. So over there, when I was over there where I started, it kept picking up the side-by-side. It wouldn't even look at the tractor or pick up the tractor as a vehicle. And then now it's got it as a vehicle and it's found it pretty good, but it just takes a lot of messing sometimes, a lot of trying to figure it out. Now it's got us real good. So anyway, over here on these side hills, I mean, you just can't, meanwhile I made a bale, you just can't pick where you want the bales to go all the time, you know. Just one of those things. I haven't gotten that GoPro mount yet. I'm going to put my phone in my pocket. But I got the mount for the back of my controller that makes it so you can use a GoPro mount. I just don't have a GoPro mount to go with it yet. I'm hoping to be able to suction cup it to this window or something and have it stay there. So at least you can, be nice if you could, I see, why did it lose it right there? Why can't it just sit there and watch? It'd be nice if you could I'm gonna have to do a bunch of editing on this one be nice if you could get it so you could see the screen a little bit and could know what it's doing. If I have my glasses on, I can't even see the screen. But anyway, so this hay over here, right here, this is actually usually some of the better hay. It's pretty good. It's hay that you look at. I was looking to square bale some more. I wanted to make some more square bales, and just got just a little bit too much weeds, and I don't know what the weed is that's in it, but just clumps of it here and there. So I decided, well, we're not going to square bale it because it's probably going to be a little harder to dry. Quality's not quite there. It's just for us anyway. But really thinking about spraying. If I can get a sprayer or get somebody to do it for me, this is a area right here, this farm, where it would be a good place to try it. Some of my farm would be a good place to try it too, where the hay this year is probably 3 times as thick as it was last year. So you know that good hay's there. It's seeded, it's there. The timothy, the trefoil, orchard grass is all there. And if you could just kill off some weeds, then you know the volume of the seed hopefully is there to make better hay next year, you know. That's kind of my thoughts on that. If I get my own sprayer, get somebody else to do it, I'm not sure. You know, just looking at, I don't really know if I have time to go to classes and all that for spray, but you can get quite a bit of it over the counter, or whatever you call it, from like Tractor Supply. Probably don't need to have all the credentials to get it. It's probably more expensive, but you don't have to go to class either. Does it work good? It's good. I don't know. Different, you know, I'm on a couple different forums on Facebook about it, and people say different things about different sprays. And you know, somebody the other day asked something about spraying something, and somebody said, "Oh, that doesn't work at all," and somebody else said, "Oh, it works the best for us." And it's kind of weird how that works, but drone lost us again. We're just going to kind of mess around with the drone, make a little, hopefully this video's not going to be too long, be a little bit of entertainment anyway. Got the cameras. So I got a little GoPro story. So the other day I was mowing over here, mowing the lower part down there, and I had the GoPro on the tractor, the 986. Had the DJI in the window, had the drone, had everything ready to make a video. But it was a part of the field that was like, I don't really want to make a video down there. I think the drone would have too much trouble with the trees. And when I put the camera on the tractor, had everything ready. So all I had to do was turn it on, turn everything on, put the drone in the air, and we're ready to go. Well, I forgot about the cameras, and I had to meet my mother-in-law. Had my son Judd, had to meet her to pick Judd up. I met her for lunch, and on my way down to lunch I thought, boy, I wonder about that camera on the 986. Sure enough, I come back from lunch and the GoPro is gone. And I had mowed the lower part, and I had gone around this other part like 5 times. So I knew where it was. So I looked for the side-by-side. I drove around looking for it. Didn't find it. And this morning I raked for it. I looked for it. Went a little slower with the rake because I thought, well, it's probably there somewhere. I thought maybe the rake would just flip it up and I'd see it. I don't really expect it to be, you know, whole. I don't know if it went through the disc bind or not, but I didn't tie it. I must have got in a hurry and didn't tie it. First time that I did that, and it was a really good Tellison mount suction cup, and that was the one that the other day I had a heck of a time getting it off the tractor. So I don't know if it just didn't stick as good. It seemed like it was stuck. I don't know. Anyway, that was my GoPro Hero 12. So I lost it, and I had it, what, a little over a week. Used it twice, I think. So anyway, if you are doing this kind of stuff, don't forget the tether, because it would have been just hanging off the back of the tractor, and I would have been able to get it going. So I was hopeful that this baler today was going to tell us when it had a full bale, but it doesn't. So then my neighbor bailed with it, and I messed with it the other day. I finally got the counter fixed. So last year I was baling one day and the counter was just hanging, and or part of the counter was hanging. There's a chain and just hanging there. I don't know how it came apart or whatever, but the bolt was missing. I thought there was more to it. So the other day I finally had time and I looked at it and I figured out it was just one bolt. And I put it back in there, found a bolt that fit, put it together, and the counter's working. And I thought I had the baler so that it was going to be working, so that the alarm would work to tell you when you had a bale. But it doesn't. But now I'm looking back at it, I see the wires unhooked. So we are going to get up here on the flat and see if we can get that wire plugged back in. We're going to drop this bale up here where it's almost flat. Try it this. We're going to try it this way this time. Get right up here to almost where the windrow starts. Still be able to make the turn. Probably cock it off just a little bit. See if that's going to stay here, maybe. Probably not. Nope. See the drone.
Battery level is low.
You can see it watching the drone.
Will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
There she goes, down over the hill.
Return to home.
Drone battery died. God, I hate that when they roll like that. I don't know what you can do. I mean, that was almost flat. Pretty darn close. And I mean, we have so little flat ground. It happens all the time. They roll everywhere you go. Just about every field I do has at least part of it where you can't get the bales to sit for nothing. Let's see if the drone, I'm going to watch the drone real quick, see if the drone lands where it's supposed to. Oh, it's off. Well, maybe not. Well, yep, it's not landing where it's supposed to. I had a heck of a time with this tractor going to park the other day. There we go. I like how it the drone's kind of interesting. It a couple times it's landed itself so well. I don't think it's in the right area. Oh, it's close. See if we can get it. It's probably because it's too close. Maybe it's too close to side by side. See if I can help it out a little bit, but boy, it won't. Oh, come on.
Landing.
It did it. I helped it land, and it landed right on the case. Anyway, let's plug this wire in and see if it works, and we'll see if we make one bale with the alarm working. If not, either way, we'll call it a video. probably not going to work. Almost seems a little bit too simple to be able to just plug the wire in, but the problem was that the sensor, I think, is a sensor for full bail, is hooked to the trip arm, to the tire, and that's what tells you. It actually just tells you, doesn't necessarily tell you it has a full bail, it tells you that it started tying a bail. So I noticed that was part of the, it's kind of part of the counter thing. So that might be part of the problem, we'll see. But I had taken the wire harness apart and bent the prongs, straightened them out, and did all that before. And we changed the controller. So if it's not, then it's that ECM, which it looks like the ECM's fine, or it could be a relay or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. And the funny thing is the density thing acts like it's working. So, I mean, the bars are moving. I don't see why the bars would move if it wasn't working. I thought the bail size was hooked to the bar that gets pushed up on the back of the baler, but it's not. It's hooked right to the, pretty sure it's hooked right to the trip mechanism, which is also got the counter as part of it, but it didn't work. Oh well. So anyway, the drone went and landed. Hopefully we'll get a decent footage out of the drone. We're over here bailing the rental property, probably another hour and a half or so bailing. And I told you my GoPro story. Make sure you tether your GoPros. And please like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more content from Triple D Maple, Triple D Farms, and Triple D Cabins. There, I give it to you in a little bit different order. Thanks for watching.